Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Tomorrow, well, when you watch this, it'll be today, is World Cerebral Palsy Day, and you're supposed to wear green on that day. But the only green shirt I have I'm saving for tomorrow, so I've covered up with my mom's green blankets so it would count. And so today I wanted to do something kind of special since it'll be World Cerebral Palsy Day. And I found the CP tag, and it's got 10 questions about how CP's affected your life and things like that. So I wanted to do the tag. I have spastic diplegia cerebral palsy. It mostly affects my legs. I can walk a little bit with a walker. I haven't done so in a very long time though, for numerous reasons, and I want to start again though, and I'm trying to get a walker, so please keep your fingers crossed that I can. And so yeah, that's the kind of CP I have. It really affects my leg muscles, and sometimes I have bad cramps. There are many different types of cerebral palsy, spastic being the most common, with lots of subcategories. I was born with it. I was born 9 weeks premature, and I had something at birth. The word is like this long, but it's PVL, and there's a lot more to the story that I don't really want to go into because I don't feel comfortable with it, but basically, yeah, the PVL basically contributed to me getting CP and the lack of oxygen as well. To be honest, I hated it because I knew from a very early age that I was different from all the other children and I couldn't do things that the other children could. I mean, sure, there were some things that I could do in a different way, but there were a lot of things I couldn't do. And I had a very good friend up until about 2nd grade. I mean, we were inseparable. We spent all our time together. And then I guess about 2nd, maybe 3rd grade, she realized that I couldn't do as much and didn't want to be my friend anymore. And that really hurt me. And, you know, it was really hard seeing all the other kids run and play and play jump rope and all that other kind of stuff that, you know, kids love to do, and I felt left out, you know, and so I hated it. It's really hard to talk about the good ways because CP is a bad thing, at least in my opinion, and it's kind of hard to talk about the good ways. I guess you can say I've made some good friends over it who also have CP. Unfortunately, the ones that I have met that have become good friends, I haven't met, but I hope to one day. And the bad, it, in lots of ways, like I said about growing up, you know, and being felt left out, you get treated differently by teachers and students, and they think just because you're in a wheelchair, or that you have CP in general, because not everyone who has CP is in a wheelchair, they think that just because you have CP that you aren't smart, or that you can't learn. And you also sometimes, it's happened with me, get treated different by family members. You could be an adult and but get treated like a child, and that's not fair. Because if you're, you know, 20-something years old, or you deserve to be treated as a 20-something and not as a child just because of your CP. So sadly, it's affected my life in a lot of negative ways. And the pain. The pain is a biggie. And especially as I get older, I have more and more pain because my muscles is a lot tighter. Yes, I do actually, all the time. I wonder what it would be like if I could even just stand on my own. You know, walking on my own would be wonderful, but I just want to know what it's like to stand on my own. And I think about, there's so much more I could do, and so many more opportunities would be open to me if I could walk. I mean, I know that may sound strange, but it's the truth, you know, because a lot of places where I live are not wheelchair accessible, especially the bathrooms, and yes, it does need to change, but I really don't see it happening anytime in the near future, though I wished it would. So being able to walk and not being able to would give me more access to bathrooms and more access to restaurants and malls and movie theaters and you name it. I would just have more general access if I could walk and be in less pain. I graduated high school in 2008 with honors. I was number 66 in a class of 181. Yes, I had a very small graduating class. And my schooling was tough. It was a fight just to get teachers and principals and things like that to even let me go to school and to treat me the same. I mean, it may be hard for someone who doesn't have CP, who's not in a wheelchair, to understand, but to get a principal or a teacher to treat you the same and for them to respect you as a human being, and that was really hard. I had a lot in high school. A lot of the bullying I got was from teachers, and that's sad. I had a lot of great friends in high school, but sadly a lot of my bullying came from teachers, and teachers are supposed to be the ones to protect you from that. And in the 6th grade, I had a teacher tell me, I will not mention any names, I had a teacher tell me that I belonged at a school, one of our local schools, for severely mentally handicapped students, and that my equipment was getting in the way, and that I belonged at that school, that I belonged at a school for severely mentally challenged. And I know that's not for me. I mean, I'm not cutting down on anyone who is mentally challenged, because I have mentally challenged friends. So I'm not saying it to offend anyone. I'm saying it that school is not for me, and the teachers should not have said that my equipment, quote unquote, was getting in the way, because I have just as much right to go to school and be at school and have friends and everything else just like any other person. So schooling was tough. I would say in numerous ways. I think in general, people with CP, especially if you have spastic, as you get older, you lose mobility, and it becomes harder to walk with a walker, or some even, for those that can walk independently, but maybe walk with a limp or, something like that, it becomes harder to walk. And for those that can walk independently, some eventually have to stop walking independently and rely on mobility aids or a wheelchair. But for me personally, it's changed a lot. There were things that, as a child, that I could do that I can't do now, and I don't remember really being in as much pain as a child that I am now. There are times when my legs, my calf muscles, hurt so bad I just want to curl up in a ball and scream. And there's sometimes when I can feel my feet going like this is my foot. Pretend this is my foot. It's like they'll go like this. They'll not up, and it hurts so much. So I've noticed so much more pain as I've gotten older, and I've noticed that I can't do things that I used to do through no fault of my own. It just happens with CP, because even though the cerebral palsy can't progress, the spasticity can. And spasticity is muscle tightness, and your muscles are not supposed to be tight and restricted, but mine are like this, and they're not supposed to be that way. So those are the things that I've noticed that have changed throughout my life. Hopefully in the near future, they'll change for the better. There'll be more acceptance, and people will see us as who we are. Individuals in society who can function in society, have jobs, have a family, have children, and pursue our dreams just like any able-bodied person. And hopefully that society will see us for who we are, human beings that deserve the right to live a life. And hopefully things will become more accessible to people like myself in wheelchairs. And yeah. The answer to the first question: yes, I believe in God. I am a Christian, and yes, I believe it does help me with CP, and it's sad to admit, but yes, I have questioned God why. Some may think I'm crazy, but for me personally, I don't really think God give me the CP, because to me, I think that God doesn't want to see his children in pain and have to go through what people with CP have to go through. And so I don't think that, yes, God knew I was going to have CP because God sees all. But I don't think he give it to me. And that goes back to part of the story that I don't want to get into, is the reason why I feel that way. But yes, my belief in God has helped me. But yes, I am human and I have questioned things. The answer is 100% yes. Because if I could take a pill, or even just take a pill for the rest of my life, if it guaranteed that I would have a cure for CP and free of pain, and that's my biggest thing, free of pain. Because the pain that comes along with it is horrid. And so yes, if there were a cure for CP, like a pill that could cure it, I would take it in a heartbeat. No question. Because I would have more mobility. I would be normal by society standards. So there's no question. If a doctor handed me a pill and said, here, take this and you'll no longer have CP, I'd take it right away. No question. And I'd be able to do so much more and go see many more things. And like I said, just be free of pain. Okay, that's the last question on the list. And for this tag, I would like to tag my two friends with CP. Sharice Hogan, who also has a channel. Hers is Sharice Living with Cerebral Palsy. I'll link her channel down below. I tag her, and I tag Ashley Booth. And Ashley has two channels. And I will try to get the link to both and link them down below, so you guys can see their tag if they decide to do it, and see their channels. Happy World Cerebral Palsy Day, everybody. And remember, wear green. Thanks. Bye.